You know, SMV, this trend media view, and this program is trend conversation. We look at trending issues in Nigeria and globally. If you are new to this program, you are new to this channel, kindly like, share, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell. Alhaji, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
We have a lot to look at, but first of all, let us start from the supplementary budget that has been approved by Senate. I'm talking about 2.17 trillion that was just approved by the Senate. And part of the money, part of the project is to buy presidential Nyash that is worth 5 billion. Do you think this is what we need at this point?
Everybody knew that we don't need it. Even the madman, Nigeria, in the present Nigeria we have, if he can get healed for 5 minutes, he will know we don't need this. Not to talk of some of us who probably are mentally sound. Listen, I keep saying this. People thought I'm joking. I weep for this country. Before these people came into government, I said this man has nothing upstairs there any more longer to offer this country.
But this is a man who rose through the rank in the oil and gas industry in one of the more renowned multinational organizations.
All his life is deceitful. From his school to his businesses and everything. Example now, let me just give one good typical example now. How many of us can look into ourselves and look into Tinubu and say he's going to be our role model in terms of how we are living, how do we make our money?
Now, some people say that in spite of all the accusations leveled against him, he have always come out successful. Considering the recent victory at the level of Supreme Court.
I don't want you to discuss about his victory in the court in Nigeria.
But is it not a victory?
It is a victory by name and by everything. Even before going to the court, he won.
Can you tell us what you mean he won before going to the court?
Because the courts are there for him.
I say there's no separation of power.
No. It is separated by word and controlled by one person. I'm not saying from Tinubu alone, no. Even from the past. Honestly speaking, even from the past. The only one that is even a little bit weaker, that does not do it, hold it firmly, like dictating, like dictatorship, I swear to God, is Buhari. Because he gives them the free hand for all of them to run their offices. But not this one. When we have, I don't know the numbers of ministry we have.
It's about 40.
No, not now.
Okay.
Before now.
I think it used to be 42.
The ministry we have.
I'm not too sure, but I think it's about 42 or so.
Let me and you agree now. Play the devil advocate and say, yes, we agree that was when we have 42. How many do we have now?
They have been bloated.
2.
I cannot remember the number, but it's above 42.
No, above 42, it is when we are talking how many you'll be looking at. No, it's just 45. This is something that is, if not over 60 now, if it's not up to 70 now, it's close to, it's over 60.
But some people tell you that because Mr. President wants to accommodate more people in his cabinet.
Do they now accommodate people in cabinet in Lagos State when he extended more local governments? That is the genesis of this area boys. Because after spreading everything, you now tell them go and look for a way to make money on your own. Go and check all these area boys. Did you see their name on the payroll? Their name is not on the payroll. They are not being paid.
So how do they now make them money?
They generate for this ticket. You see that they are selling it. They are also selling it for government. And the government doesn't have office for this ticket. They are generating for the man in power. It's not the revenue for the state government. It's a revenue for those in power.
But Mr. President have said, ministers, if you don't perform, I remove you from my cabinet. Is that not a good one?
No, it's a very good one. Let him start from his chief of staff.
But Mr. President came out clearly to say, campaign of calumny against my chief of staff should stop. He has several responsibility for any mistake.
Mistake. Is that the word? You heard the word?
He say only God is perfect, that he's not claiming perfection.
Mistake. To collect bribe is a mistake.
No, somebody says it's in the realm of allegation. Nobody has been able to prove it.
Oh my God. Okay. Agree. If I were Mr. President, I would tell him, go home and sit down. Let's set up a judicial of inquiry to do findings. In everything you must do your findings. How does he now finally concluded that his chief of staff is not guilty when he has not been probed?
Some people say the president have multiple sources of information.
Then he doesn't have the information that he has collected bribe in order to make some ministers in Nigeria.
I actually read about the allegation, but Mr. President is saying I have implicit confidence in my chief of staff.
I didn't say no because he has confidence because they are the same team.
You mean Mr. President is
Oh my God! Oh my God! Mr. President is the same thing. I keep bringing one single example that nobody was able to come out now to come and defend that before I can go to another one. If you defend it, I'll go to another one for you.
And what is the issue?
What do you call him? Alaki, and what do you call him?
Okay.
The minister for mineral resources.
Solid mineral.
Solid mineral. Somebody who knows something about journalism. That's what he read.
Now, some people say the office of the minister is administrative. That you have a
You must be able to have experience on what you are working on in your office. What are you going to do to improve the office? What are you going to do in order to make sure that you are not only spending, but you're also making?
So invariably, you are saying we need somebody that have fair knowledge of the area.
You must. That is what it takes. You don't understand? That's what it takes. Now, I made my money. I made my first 1 billion. Making my 1 billion, I want to show everybody that I have arrived. I decided to go out there to go and buy, what do you call it, Hummer Jeep. Probably 20, 35, or how many millions of naira. I pay for it. And I don't know how to drive. And where they park it, there are other Hummer Jeeps there. While I was looking around, I said, give me the key to the car. They give me the key to the car, enter the car, and I switch on the car. I accelerate, and I hit the one in the front, and the one in the front hits another one, and the other one now hits, and the last one hits their office and break all their glasses. And I pay for only one Hummer Jeep.
As the action called the chain of all the damages.
What's going to happen?
I think others will come after you.
That's what it takes. I will not go home with any people. That money I paid, it ends there. Probably there's another bill to come on top of that because I don't know how to drive. I entered it. They don't want to know it is my own car, it's not mine. I pay for, I did not pay for. They will not be talking of the damages. Damages are being done day in, day out by the so-called ministers and the senators in this country.
But generally, how can you assess this government after about 5 months in office?
I'm really no. It doesn't come to me by
in
surprise.
terms of the welfare of Nigerians.
I say it doesn't come to me by surprise because I said it that this government they have nothing to offer. At that time, even you too feel I'm just an opposition. That I don't like it. It's just after you know what Yoruba don't give names or nothing sake. They don't give nicknames or nothing. Do you know when they used to call Tinubu Sapo?
Okay, maybe for the benefit of our viewers,
when they used to call Tinubu Sapo, it means make money put for pockets.
John Sapo is Yoruba word.
John Sapo, eat put for pockets. That's what it means.
Are you saying that is what he have brought to presidency?
That is what he has brought to presidency. He opened up with a lot of more local governments here in Lagos State. And what development have you seen in it? Let me ask you one single question about Lagos State. And if you are able to give me the answer for it, Believe me, sincerely speaking, I will never say anything wrong about this government again throughout my life until they finish their 8 years, because they will force themselves to go for another 4 years. The judiciary will come and tell you go to Supreme Court. The Supreme Court, they say okay, he has won again, unless any miracle from God. If you want to go to the bank now, and you want to go and do anything in Nigeria now, they want you to go with your utility bill. Which one do you take alongside with you here in Lagos?
I think it has to do with personal income tax.
Utility bill, I said.
They do request for NEPA bill.
Mm-hmm.
They do request for Loma bill.
Mm-hmm.
They do request for, in my own personal experience, I think Loma and NEPA bill is what.
Where is the water bill?
Okay, I was talking about my own personal experience.
No. It's the same thing. I'm telling you, that's already something. That's exactly. This for Loma. Electricity. What about the water?
But there's no public water anywhere.
This is what I really want you to say. I'm expecting you to say that. Even after expanding all the local governments, where do they have government water flowing to anybody?
That is serious.
Common water. Tell me, common water in Lagos State, you have to strive to have it. And if you want to have your borehole in Lagos State, you pay for that borehole.
But the government keep telling us, give us time, the president will deliver.
They will tell you that they were experimenting after the next 4 years. This is the time for us to work now that we are coming back for the second term. The first 4 years we are experimenting.
But let me ask you this question directly. What would a Tinubu government do to rekindle your confidence in the government?
Touch the life of the masses. The average Nigerians. The most needed, daily needed, which has to do with what to eat and what to drink and what to do, something to do.
There's somebody say that the government have promised to give money to the vulnerable.
When you want to say promise, I want you to make it a capital letter and underline it so that we'll be able to know that they say they are promising us, they are not assuring us. Is it not a different two words? Sorry, my viewers, I did not go to school.
No, you are well respected. We in this media space, we know your wealth of experience.
I'm so very, very, very sorry I didn't go to school, but in my own little way, I'm telling the viewers the truth and nothing but the truth. After my primary school 1974, that's the end of the road.
How come you get this level of experience?
Because I read what is readable, I listen to what is listenable. I read what is readable, I listen to what is listenable, and I watch what is watchable. And I learn from it. I read books. And most of the books I read most of these books are most of the mafia books. That's why I know a lot of things about government. I know how they operate.
So if you were to advise this government, what would be your area of advice?
My first area of priority is to bring the food on everybody's table. An average Nigerian to Yoruba people used to say one to if food don't enter your life, your poverty level don't go down. You understand? Because if you eat better food, you'll be able to think wisely on what you need to do, not with hunger. How do we go about with it? We have vast lands everywhere. All the so-called area guys who are arresting Okada here and there, blah, 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 blah. Every local government should provide at least 1,000 acres of land. Start cultivating it. If your area is good for cassava, produce cassava day here. If the other local government, their land is good for maize, let them do it. The other local government, they are good in rice. Let them do it. If this one are good in beans, let them do it. Let's bring food on everybody's table. Those who are going to be working in that factory, they are not machines. They are human beings. They will be paid for. You understand? They call prison here. What do they call it now? Correction center.
Yes, correction.
Yes, bring them to the field. Let them come and farm as their punishment in the prison. Bring them in the morning, feed them, let them eat well, give them a very comfortable place for them to come and sleep. Let them come outside to come and farm, to come and do everything what it takes. In the evening, take them back to where they belong.
But the government has said we are going to give 1 billion each to about 75 companies to revamp economic activities. Is that not a good development?
Bad one. It's a bad one.
Talk to us why you say it's a bad one.
Because the first 1 billion naira you are going to give is going to settle the debts is owing some people.
What about the issue of 1 million to small and medium scale enterprises?
They are going to settle debts.
And they have already told us they are going to give 50,000 each.
They are going to settle debts. Every Nigerian is a debtor now in Nigeria.
Okay, what about the area where the government said we are going to convert vehicles to run on CNG compared to natural gas?
Let them do one for themselves, running on their own, so that we will not be buying their own cars of 160 million for them. And we see it as an example. Let them stop deceiving us. This man is deceitful. Very, 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 very deceitful. He can use any word for you in order to deceive you. They want to convert our cars for us in order for us to have a cheaper thing to make use of.
To reduce the cost of transportation.
And they are buying Jeep of 160 million each. Why do you believe all these lies? Why do you believe on the? Why do we want to live on these lies? Why do you want to live on this lies? I want to believe in this.
But that is information that's coming from the government.
That is not even ordinary information. It's something for real that we are seeing. We are fighting practically. Man, forget it. People will revolt against this government very soon.
Now the government will tell you, wait after 4 years, there's time for another election.
That's it. Then you can go for another 4 years again, suffering because they will not leave the office once you allow them to get to that 4 years.
But the somebody will equally tell you that if the people follow them, I understand that protest is legitimate, so long as it's peaceful. One. Joe Ajaero, the national NSC president, was battered in Imo State the other day.
They must beat him up and probably put him on this car and bury him. If it is the masses that do it, if it's not people in the government. Because they are also compromising. Even from the university level. Look at the type of car they are giving a president of the union president, student union. Even with police officers guiding him. See what we have done this country to.
It's quite unfortunate.
If you see president of the student union, his fellow student cannot go closer to him because of the security measures. They'll be doing like this, or gas, eyes, and then we'll be doing like this. A student. They made it comfortable for them to go and mess up themselves because they are using them as tools when it comes to time of election.
Okay, how can you get out of this quagmire?
By revolting against the government.
You think the government will allow that?
They will kill who they want to kill. Already we are dying without gun. Without bullets. Nigerians are dying without bullets. Nigerians are dying without bullets.
So people will remind you of the experience of NSAS that alone on itself.
Back there, you know what you like call back there, forget it. That become a dead issue. People die many times before they are dead. That's what Shakespeare says. You understand? It will happen one day. Indira Gandhi, he died as an aged man, an old man. He struggled for his country. At his youth age, he started like this. I am going to die for this country, fighting, staying, doing what I know best to do for the masses. want to rebel, I'm very much ready. I'm very, very, very much ready. Wherever it comes from. Don't kill.
You mean today, if there's peaceful protest against the government in
You
terms of the
will
loss of
see
Nigerians,
me
you
in
join them on the
front.
streets?
Join, I will be in the front.
As long as it is peaceful.
If it is peaceful, I will be in the front. Let them come and let us tell them this is our problem. Don't do it because you want to give Zubaiu Mohamed Tawfiq money. Go punish you. Cannot bribe you.
You mean you can lead protests against the government?
Very well.
I know it's legitimate, there is right of peaceful protest.
I said that if I have.
No, I'm saying it because of the what I'm going to suffer in the state.
If I have what it takes, it will happen everywhere.
Because Ajero, the national president of Nigeria Labour Congress, was battered the other day.
He didn't
seriously beaten.
Anyway, it is a lesson. But did he do it rightly?
They were in the secretariat in Imo State.
What was his plan? How does he go about with it?
They were addressing workers on how to address their concerns.
You want to address your concern. You understand? You want to eat with the devil. Make sure you have a long spoon.
But that was the mistake he made.
That is it. No, okay, let me just cite you an example. I am from Ogumosho land. We have a very serious crisis going on imamship. We have been driving this thing now for almost 2 years now. Do you know what happened? Just by my voice alone, I scattered the whole thing in the land. I was lonely then. Now I have battalions behind me. On WhatsApp, I have over 750 followers. On Facebook, I'm close to 5,000 now. We are not talking of those who don't even have Android. Who, if they hear my voice now, they will call themselves and keep their MP3 to sit down and listen to it. Yesterday, we did a program with Michael on Yoruba. Purely Yoruba. Go and check the YouTube. Come and see the followership, those who are subscribed, who have watched it. Even the song of Ogumosho land, we watched it twice yesterday. We should speak out. It's power. It is very powerful when you speak out. But let your conscience tell you that you are doing it honestly. You are not doing it because you are doing it oppositionally, because you don't want the government to fall. Have it in your mind that you are not doing it because you are going there, because when you talk, they give you money, you are going back home. In as long as you have another motive behind it, you are in trouble. Since you have been interviewed, since you see me on paper stand or anything when they are interviewing me, have you seen me discuss sentimentally something that I'm talking that is in terms of my favor that I want it because of
No.
Have you seen me discuss about my business?
No.
All we are talking about, let's touch the life of the. I was just discussion like this. I was giving an example of what happened between me and a friend in the Jaws. My junior, my everything, my good friend. That, oh boy, I'm broke now. Send me 20,000 naira. 2 days he did not reply me. The third day I picked my phone to call him. Boy, I was asking you to give me 20,000 naira. You couldn't call me back. What happened? He said, that's 20,000 naira you are asking me build faith in me. That make me to believe that God does not forsaken me. I was thinking that God has forsaken me and forgotten me. But somebody like you are seeking for me that I should give you 20,000 and make me to know that God did not forsake me. It is everyone. It's a general thing. So one of our esteemed viewer in Italy now send me 20,000 naira. That I should give me 20,000 naira. God bless you, madam. She don't know me. I was saying it not that I am begging. I'm just telling Nigerians the level we have gone to. That even if you are trying to ask somebody something, what is going to give you as a reply, you are going to pity that person that you will know that you are even better off than what is wrong. That's what I'm saying then. And that's what I keep saying. We can't continue like this, my brother. We cannot. If we really want to do things that is going to flow from the grassroots to everybody, starting from the school, starting from the health, starting from the social amenities, if it is there. Let us see that all our children are now in government school. Qualitative education.
I think we should look at another area
Mhm.
that has to do with. But meanwhile,